Renowned media personality. Tucker Carlson fervently backed Donald Trump post the 2022 Mar-a-Lago raid, citing apprehensions regarding governmental overreach. During a discussion with Roseanne Barr, Carlson passionately detailed his robust support for Trump, not solely based on shared policies, but deeply rooted in the protection of justice and the integrity of democracy.
Don't miss.
How did the Mar-a-Lago raid influence Tucker Carlson's support for Trump? What is the primary reason behind Tucker Carlson's unwavering support for Trump, despite potential disagreements? Why does Tucker Carlson emphasize the importance of a fair justice system in his discourse regarding Trump's support?
What do you think?
I certainly support Trump, I'll tell you that. And I can tell you, I mean, I've always agreed with Trump's policies, always. And I lost friends over it. And I've never really actively supported anybody because it's not my job to actively support people. I watch, I like to watch. But I'm a voyeur.
Yeah.
But I became an active Trump supporter when they raided Mar-a-Lago last summer, the summer of 2022. That can't stand.
I became an active Trump supporter when they raided Mar-a-Lago last summer, the summer of 2022. That can't stand. Tucker Carlson fervently supports Donald Trump, passionately endorsing his unwavering battle against what he perceives as injustice.
No, that can't.
And
that was something.
Agree with Trump on a lot. But even if I disagreed with Trump on a lot, I'd still be a Trump supporter because you cannot allow that. You cannot allow the regime, the president of the United States, to use the Justice Department to knock the front runner out of the race. You can't do that.
You cannot allow the regime, the president of the United States, to use the Justice Department to knock the front runner out of the race. You can't do that. The importance of impartial and fair law enforcement, free from political biases, sparks apprehension regarding the Ministry of Justice's potential for misusing its authority in accordance with its own viewpoints.
No, you can't do that.
So it's bigger than Trump. It's bigger than Biden. It's a question of, do you want to live in a free country with a functioning justice system?
It's a question of, do you want to live in a free country with a functioning justice system? Explores the complexities of the judicial system, emphasizing a commitment to the sacred principles of the rule of law and the protection of individual rights. It encourages reflection on the true nature of justice and the importance of preserving fundamental freedoms.
That's exactly
And
right.
so I'm voting for Trump, and if they convict him, I will send him the max donations, and I will lead protests.
So I'm voting for Trump, and if they convict him, I will send him the max donations and I will lead protests. In the pursuit of advocating for Donald Trump, we aim to foster the idea of supporting him, leading demonstrations if he faces legal consequences, and firmly asserting our position against what we perceive as political persecution, all within the bounds of the law.
That's how I feel.
That's how I feel.
Because, and by the way, if I thought that he had committed some real crime, I wouldn't feel that way, but he didn't.
Because, and by the way, if I thought that he had committed some real crime, I wouldn't feel that way, but he didn't. Asserts a position against the innocence of Donald Trump, highlighting the importance of accountability. It views the legal action against him as politically motivated, forming the basis for the supportive stance.
He and Biden are both found with classified documents at home, along with every other former high-level federal official in history, but only Trump is indicted?
He and Biden are both found with classified documents at home, along with every other former high-level federal official in history, but only Trump is indicted. Delves into the complexities of selective prosecution, raising concerns about potential double standards and political biases ingrained in the legal system. The exploration of this enigma prompts worries about the fair and impartial treatment of individuals within the legal framework.
Like, tell me how that works. Oh, shut up.
In the aftermath of the Mar-a-Lago raid, Tucker Carlson's support for Trump goes beyond mere political allegiance, transforming into a symbol of a steadfast commitment to justice and democratic principles. His stance not only demonstrates a dedication to confronting perceived injustices, but also underscores the vital importance of preserving the foundations of a society that values freedom and fairness. This portrayal highlights the significance of a robust justice system that transcends political loyalties. Essentially, Carlson's unwavering support for Trump is intricately linked to his concerns about the integrity of justice and democracy as he stands firm against perceived political manipulations. In evaluating Tucker Carlson's take on the Mar-a-Lago raid, his steadfast endorsement of Donald Trump transcends mere partisan allegiance. It embodies a principled resistance against governmental overreach, rooted in concerns for personal freedom and ethical governance. Embracing Trump's cause and spearheading protests, for him, represents a defiance of unjust governmental authority, underlining the importance of individual responsibility in addressing perceived injustices. Tucker Carlson's examination of the selective prosecution and treatment of Donald Trump underscores a profound dedication to fairness within the justice system. Beyond individual political figures, he champions a broader societal inquiry, shedding light on overarching concerns that surpass political divides. The values he upholds prioritize the defense of fundamental principles above political affiliations. Carlson's emphasis on thwarting excessive government intervention mirrors a commitment to safeguarding individual freedom that extends beyond mere political maneuvering. It's a stance against perceived manipulation and external pressures that could encroach on individual expression and autonomy. Appreciation for Carlson's call for transparency and ethical conduct within the judicial system reflects a collective pursuit of responsibility, honesty, and authenticity in governance.
What do you think?
Tucker Carlson engaged in a captivating conversation, delving into the intriguing avoidance of truth and its link to obscurity. Through his dialogue, Carlson dissected the pivotal importance of truth in today's society, unraveling the intricate layers behind the dismissal of an unbiased reality.
Don't miss.
What prompts the comparison between certain behaviors and the characteristics of criminal organizations? How does the discussion define the concept of hating truth? What implications does the conversation have in understanding motivations behind movements or behaviors driven by falsehoods?
Real quick to you, because you were talking a few minutes before about...
I know what Jake wants.
Well, no. This is something different. Lying for lying's sake, and that it's not political and it's theological. Is it within the realm of possibility that this movement that we're fighting now is actually satanic?
Is it within the realm of possibility that this movement that we're fighting now is actually satanic? The exploration of the Satanist movement leads to profound reflections on moral and spiritual values. It involves a clear opposition characterized by an unwavering fight against forces deemed intrinsically malevolent.
What do you mean in the realm of possibility?
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, no,
Because there's
get
no
it?
other explanation.
No, it's the definition.
Well, it's the definition. Tucker Carlson explores the term satanic, emphasizing its connection to malevolence and wickedness, a viewpoint commonly held.
Or its infiltration to
definition.
destroy
Of course,
America.
because it's not, look,
Or both.
what's not satanic is like the Sicilian mafia.
Right.
You know, they pimp out women, they loan shark, they sell heroin, but they do it because they want to get a bigger house in Far Rockaway. I get it.
It's money. It
It's
makes
money.
sense.
It's totally.
Yeah.
It's a commercial transaction. It hurts people. It's bad. It's illegal, but it's explicable.
It's money. It's a commercial transaction. It hurts people. It's bad. It's illegal, but it's explicable. Explores the distinctions between legitimate commercial transactions and illicit activities, emphasizing the ethical gray areas within business dealings. It underscores the visible but morally questionable behaviors in commerce, contrasting them with the mysterious and harmful nature of unlawful pursuits.
Right.
I understand that.
Yes.
You know, what we're seeing now is not explicable.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Why would a billionaire do? You know, you have $1 billion. You can't spend it all.
What we're seeing now is not explicable. It's not, why would a billionaire? Do you know you have $1 billion? You can't spend it all. Tucker Carlson's investigation into the motivations behind a particular movement raises thought-provoking questions. His inquiries suggest a complex series of actions, driven by profound perspectives, attempting to confront irrational or destructive forces beyond rational comprehension. This exploration delves into the intricate dynamic of comprehending and combating these elusive and potentially perilous forces.
Right.
It's much deeper than that.
Right.
And why would you hate things that are true that don't affect you?
Right.
You can't stand to hear something that's just objectively true.
Why would you hate things that are true, that don't affect you? You can't stand to hear something that's just objectively true. Underscores the negative quality of rejecting truth and emphasizes the ethical imperative to oppose such resistance. It encourages the promotion of values centered on honesty, transparency, and the unwavering pursuit of objective truth.
Which means you're
What is that?
evil.
The hatred of truth is the hallmark
Yeah.
of darkness.
The hatred of truth is the hallmark of darkness. Tucker Carlson's insights navigate the complex landscape of ideas, often framing ethical dilemmas in a binary of light and darkness, good and evil. His perspectives are rooted in a steadfast moral position.
Yes,
Obviously.
it is,
agree.
absolutely. Well,
Tucker Carlson delves into the intricate realm of truth's despise, resonating profoundly with the complexities inherent in human behavior and motivations. The refusal to acknowledge objective truths, regardless of personal benefit, stands as an enigmatic testament, marking a divergence from rationality, a symbolic journey into obscurity and malevolent tendencies. This concise overview encapsulates Carlson's reflections on the unfathomable dismissal of truth, linking it with darkness, surpassing logical comprehension, and treading into the domains of malevolence. In the realm of philosophy, the intrinsic value attributed to truth intertwines profoundly with Tucker Carlson's discourse, presenting a philosophical contemplation of truth's essence and its adversarial stance within the present social milieu. Tucker Carlson employs the analogy of darkness, leveraging it to encapsulate the human struggle, whether it pertains to anxiety or the pursuit of authenticity, within the philosophical spectrum. Moreover, the repudiation of truth emerges as a conflict where individuals grapple with uncomfortable truths, be it about themselves or society, analogous to existential anxiety. Carlson's depiction of truth's adversaries finds correlation in the realm of existential unease. The outright rejection of objective truth sans personal gain symbolizes a societal moral decay or crisis, underpinning concerns regarding authenticity and moral accountability. Delving into the depths of authenticity and its converse, Carlson's discourse delineates a continuous tension, a dialogue oscillating between embracing truth and its denial. A hatred for truth, akin to a departure from reality, almost akin to betrayal. Exploring the rationale behind the dismissal of objective truth, which Carlson posits as a fundamental facet of accountability, manifests as an evasion of personal responsibility, or an endeavor to evade truths for the sake of convenience. Highlighting Carlson's struggle to comprehend the inexplicable disdain for truth echoes an attempt to grapple with the enigmatic facets of human behavior, a confrontation with absurdity. The disdain for truth embodies an absurdity that resists rational comprehension.
What do you think?
Amid the upheaval caused by Tucker Carlson's surprising departure from Fox News, speculation has run rampant, triggering a flurry of questions regarding the intricate factors influencing his exit. Engaging in an open dialogue with Roseanne, Barr, and MC, Carlson delved into the multifaceted circumstances enveloping his dismissal, unraveling a tapestry of nuanced disagreements and tensions that conceivably played pivotal roles in steering him towards this unforeseen departure.
Don't miss.
What led to Tucker Carlson's departure from Fox News? What viewpoints did Carlson express about the January 6th Capitol riot? How does Carlson perceive media censorship and conservative representation on television?
Well, it's just, yeah.
you felt, remember I sent you that video when you got fired about, it was you and it was a guy with your head, but he was tap dancing and he was getting thrown out and then he starts flying. Remember that? Do you feel
do
like
remember.
you're flying?
Well, I was not surprised. I mean, of course I was surprised. I didn't expect to get, my show canceled Monday morning, but I wasn't, if I took 3 steps back, I was not surprised at all. I mean, first of all, television's like that. People get fired. There are all kinds of lines that no one will explain explicitly. I'm a very literal person, so I would totally happy if I'm knowledge that I would always say, just write it down for me. Yeah. Oh, I can't say, can you just Send me a text. I've got a bad memory.
That's what I say too.
Oh, I can't. I
Exactly.
can't be conservative on a conservative TV channel.
And I was not surprised at all. I can't be conservative on a conservative TV channel. Tucker Carlson addresses the difficulty of presenting conservative viewpoints in media outlets inclined towards conservatism, emphasizing his lack of surprise. He explores the complexities of this challenge, noting its potential significance for conservatives who feel their voices are restricted in the media.
Just write that down for me, if you would, just so I can have it as a reference point. Oh, well, you know the lines. No, I really don't, because I'm kind of stupid. So if you could just, but so I knew on a gut level, like I knew, they were very nice to me. I should say that and be clear about it. They were very nice to me the entire time I was there, but I could feel that they strongly disagreed in the war in Ukraine stuff.
I knew they were very nice to me, but I could feel that they strongly disagreed in the war in Ukraine stuff. In the realm of media discussions on the Ukraine conflict, a complex narrative unfolds. Here, expressions of dissent often deviate from mainstream viewpoints on foreign policy and geopolitical intricacies.
Mhm.
Do you think that's what it was? I mean,
I don't know. I'm just speculating, but
One of
they
many.
really didn't like that at all. The January 6th stuff,
They really didn't like that at all, the January 6th stuff. Amidst the scrutiny of discussions about January 6th, there is a heightened focus on questioning the official narrative and concerns about potential government interference. These concerns are intensified by perceived intolerance towards diverse viewpoints, resulting in a complex web of apprehensions.
really
Oh,
didn't
they hated
like.
that.
I think
We had a bunch of
that's-
people quit over
Mhm.
that, and mostly I would say mediocrity. You know, like Chris Wallace should not be on television, or Jonah Goldberg, or so. You know what I mean? These are people who obviously the audience hated and shouldn't have been there in the first place. But they were so outraged because I said, you know, it seems like there are probably a lot of feds in the crowd
Oh,
on
yeah,
January
busloads.
6th. And now it turns out, of course, there were
There
like
were.
way more even than I imagined.
It seems like there are probably a lot of feds in the crowd on January 6th. And now it turns out, of course, there were way more even than I imagined. Explores Carlson's assertions about government involvement in the events of January 6th. It emphasizes the need to examine the roles of federal entities and the possible motivations behind government actions. During that particular incident,
The whole thing was a complete setup.
Yeah.
The whole thing was a lie, and it was used to put people in prison for expressing their constitutionally protected
One.
the whole thing was a complete setup. The whole thing was a lie, and it was used to put people in prison for expressing their Constitution-protected rights. Delves into the events of January 6th, unraveling the intricate tapestry of unfolding incidents and dissecting the fabric of falsehood within its narrative. It highlights the intersection of concerns and storylines, prompting a critical examination of the official interpretation of these events. The focal point is the potential suppression of constitutional rights, bringing into sharp relief the complexities surrounding this establishment. The narrative is explored in a way that challenges the conventional understanding, emphasizing the need to question and scrutinize the unfolding events.
A three-time Purple Heart winner.
A 3-time Purple Heart winner discusses the recognition of individuals who have received the Purple Heart 3 times, focusing on their dedicated military service, values, and the challenges they may encounter. It highlights the importance of acknowledging their exceptional military contributions and sheds light on perceived inequities faced by these distinguished individuals.
Oh, I know.
The departure of Tucker Carlson from Fox News marks a clash of ideologies and interpretations surrounding pivotal events. This departure sparks contemplation on the intricate equilibrium between journalistic autonomy and editorial conformity within prominent news networks. This concise overview encapsulates Carlson's introspections on leaving, hinting at underlying disputes over critical events and a divergence in ideologies between himself and Fox News. The result is a catalyst for a more extensive discourse within the media sphere. The departure of Tucker Carlson from the network brings to light the clash between his conservative ideology and the editorial direction. This departure signifies Carlson's frankness, veering away from the network's path of genuine expression intensifying the quest for authenticity within the media realm. Carlson's unease in aligning with the network's editorial norms is believed to have steered away from genuineness or truthfulness. A collision between Carlson's outspoken remarks regarding his resignation and the discomfort of empathizing with perspectives conflicting with his own truths or convictions. The departure of Tucker Carlson, advocating integrity within media, appears to stem from disparities over significant occurrences, drawing a line between journalistic integrity and media ideologies. This exit delves into the truth woven within the media framework. It encapsulates a struggle for genuine expression, embodying the tension between individual convictions and conformity to institutional norms within the media landscape, the clash between staying true to oneself and yielding to external pressures. Stressing on anxiety, Carlson's departure wrestles between individual freedom of expression and institutional restraints, marking the commencement of a battle against limitations, hindering truthful expression, and the pursuit of truth across media platforms. Carlson's introspection raises inquiries about conformity and the discomfort of imposed boundaries. This reflection stands as a symbol of an individual's pursuit for authenticity and truth in the face of institutional constraints.
What do you think?
I promote myself and my videos. Hello, I'm Bong Sim, a Canadian resident of Asian descent. During the day, I work as a professional counselor, and at night, I do Uber food delivery. Instead of speaking in my videos, I prefer to express myself through writing. In today's world, speaking the truth can have serious consequences, both for my professional life and personal well-being. That's why I'm choosing to pen down my thoughts and using a platform to share them on my behalf. Some people find my videos uninteresting, too strict, and they even criticize the appearance of the individuals featured, including their tiredness, Asian, or perceived flaws. I understand these concerns, but I genuinely believe in the purpose behind creating these videos. Unfortunately, recent Canadian legislation has resulted in the censorship of free speech and online content. And although Google hasn't explicitly admitted their involvement, I suspect they play a part in it. Despite my efforts to monetize my content on YouTube, I haven't been able to earn any income from it. I've tried 3 times, and all my attempts were rejected. They turned me down for reasons like lacking creativity, not having a recognizable face, or not having a distinct voice. Nevertheless, I've made several adjustments to my videos, hoping to overcome these challenges. If you share my belief and support what I'm doing, I would genuinely appreciate your backing.